Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 7A of Panda's Lost Episodes. Cue the music. In this week's episode, we'll be going over the times we've forgotten about Left 4 Dead 2, what was originally supposed to be a new review-like series, and also be the very last series of videos that Left 4 Dead would have before it left the channel indefinitely. So, I'm just gonna shut up so this way you can sit back and enjoy this old school kind of Left 4 Dead video. So enjoy.
Hey guys, Panda here. This is a new series, so don't take it so hard. I mean, if that's your idea. The idea of the series is simple, is to no clip using the developer console of the game to the areas of the map you normally would not be able to access, and of course, as the name entails, walk out of bounds. This is the first map of the series, of course being Dead Center, so I'm not even going to do anything else. Let's just get right into this video. In the second map at Dead Center, we can clip behind this special truck, which is a truck of, if you stand on it, nothing's going to attack you, or the invisibility truck we'll call it, which has surprisingly lots of open road behind the fence. You can also walk on this ledge to get on top of that fencing, but of course, there's an invisible wall which won't let you back into bounds. But at least you get to stare at the Jimmy Gibbs poster there, and probably shoot him in the face multiple times, which is always the best.
Ready? Damn.
Here, we can stay on this building, and once we drop down, you basically become trapped in a bush pile. This is right about where we walk onto the main road and getting into the big road where the highway is. In other news, it's basically a way of saying you're trapped, with a visible wall surrounding the entire area. It's best recommended you jump down onto these bushes to get down from the roof.
Hey-o! Damn.
Across the street from this area, we can walk on top of this wall and hop down onto some giant grass field. Surprisingly, we can get onto the top of the highway, and using this wall, we can also get some to the other areas as well. It's also proven that infected players can get up here as well, and it's great for hunting, for pouncing, and interesting attacks. Using this, we can go behind the bus to get to a large part of the highway which normally you wouldn't be able to access, and of course, infected players can access it as well.
You guys hear me? This is all going to hell.
And using the same spot, we can also get behind some other areas as well, such as the weapons room, which is also trapped as well, getting behind the fence before that room.
Tits.
Moving onwards is what I believe to be a great spot for bunny hopping. If you were to keep going straight after entering the very first room, you would eventually come across a very large slope, and that is exactly where we're going. It's perfect for quite a lot of things. And there is an invisible wall near the end where the police car is, but it is a very open slope for use for bunny hopping, and it's a very good spot for that in general. Next is possibly, well, the biggest open area in the entire campaign. Right to the left of the gun shop, you will find this container. If we no-clip on top of that, right where that white truck is, we can clip behind out of bounds and go, well, we can walk a long way, as you'll see. Survivors can get trapped on top of that dumpster using a very interesting charger skip. What we really get to see, though, is a glitchy part of the highway where you go to the top left. You can look back and forth and see a glitchy part of the highway. And we also see a third of Liberty Mall, which is surprising. If we walk on the left side of the building, which we can see walking farther enough, we do run into an invisible wall, but it's interesting to see what we find.
Hello?
On this next part, we can walk on the small back road leading to where about the steps going up the stairs leading to the gun store. We can clip through there and go through a small back road leading to where we will find the right side of Liberty Mall. If we go past the white van, which is where the invisible wall is, we can explore even more of that area, including a very large parking lot, and what we can clearly see is basically the entire right side, almost all of Liberty Mall. Of course, there is an invisible wall there blocking most of the area, but at least it's still fun to see. We can also walk past this fencing in the final safe room of the level, which, of course, there is no way out, but it's a little bit of interesting place to look.
Hey-yo! This is all going to hell.
And finally, let's look at the clip in front of the mall in Chapter 4. If we no-clip to after the door at the very front of the building, we can get to the front of Liberty Mall, where the normal ending cutscene would ensue. Because the game does not have any entities in this area, that means you can walk through pretty much anything, including bushes, yellow poles, and so on. You also can't go into many of the doors because the ending cutscene hasn't triggered yet, so therefore you can't walk in there until the cutscene has basically triggered. It's a rather interesting place. It's one of the only places in the entire campaign where there isn't entities. It's quite interesting to see. So that's all the walkable places in Dead Center. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to, and like if you did enjoy. I don't know if you did. But anyway, that's all for now, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Okay, we made it to the mall. Barely.